good, Levi. Over.
Oh, very good. You're also 5 and 8 here. We have a G5RV set up here at the here at the home QTH. I just got this set up about probably 2 weeks ago or here at the apartment complex that the landlord is graciously letting me put up this station here that I have. So that's quite convenient, and it's going to really help out this winter when it's 40 below zero. And I don't want to go out in the car to work DX out there at 40 and 50 below. So anyways, this should keep me quite content here. But anyways, the working conditions here in the house is a Yaesu FT897 with 100 watts out. So anyways, I'm glad it's working quite well, and you sound quite fine yourself there. Over.
Yeah, very good, Levi. A little bit of fading towards the end of that transmission, but not too much. It was still 100% copyable. And yeah, copy the 897 and 100 watts with the G5RV. The station here, I'm running 600 watts and running that into a butternut vertical antenna that's ground mounted with a good ground system. And the radio is an Elecraft K3, an Elecraft K3 P3 combination. KE7 HOP KG7MZ.
Oh, very cool. Well, since you have the Elecraft K3 and the P3, isn't that the monitoring scope there that you have with that? And that's quite a nice rig, especially with all the options that you can add in there. Do you have any of the like the filtering options and that type of thing installed with your K3 there? Over.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of options for it. I've got of course the P3, and they've only had that out just a short period of time. They started shipping it a few weeks ago. I've had mine about 3 or 4 weeks. And then I've got the 500 hertz 5-pool CW filter, and then other than that, the radio is basically stock, pretty basic radio. Other than that, and I've got the digital voice recorder on it also, which is kind of a nice little feature. And the amplifier is an Ameritron AL811H amplifier. Right now it's running 3 572Bs and 1 811A, because I had a 572B that went out on me, so the only other tube I had around was an 811A, so I've got a combination of mixed tubes in it right now. KE7 HOP KG7MZ.
Oh, very cool. Very good, Dean. Yeah, I didn't know that you could actually mix and match the tubes there, and that's kind of handy in case one goes out and you have a spare of another. So very good. Yeah, one of my friends is going to get the same type of amp, the AL811, but I think he's getting the heavy duty version. Well, that's what it's advertised as. And it costs about, I think, $500 more, $1,200 or $1,300 there. I guess it's built I don't know if it must incorporate a few different things, and probably has a couple different tubes there and that. And I don't know, maybe you have that type of amplifier there. But anyways, that's what he's eventually going to get, and I'll probably get one someday. I don't know that I'll run it at this station, but at my home there in Utah, it's kind of barren and doesn't have much, so we'll have to hook it up later down the line there. KG7MZ from KE7HOP, port KL7.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, the AL811 just runs the 3 811 tubes, and then the 811H runs 4 811 tubes, and that's what I have, is the 811H. And if you order it in the heavy-duty model, it actually comes with 572B tubes, and those are interchangeable tubes, but they're a lot more heavy-duty. also either put those tubes in any of the other 811s or order it with those tubes. So that might be what your friend is doing. And so one of my I put the 572s in myself many years ago, and one of the 572s went bad. So I happen to have one good 811 here, and so I put that in to make up the fourth tube. But until I can replace the 572. Great thing about the tubes on these things, they're really inexpensive, whether it's the 811s or the 572s. They're both pretty easy and easy to get and easy to come by. And the amplifier is not all that big too. It's actually a relatively small amplifier. I've just been kind of watching it too as I talk, and to make sure I'm not, that 811 isn't pulling too much, doing all the work itself. But it's running pretty cool. I'm running a little over 600 watts right now, and it's not enough to heat it. It's not enough to get the plate looking red at all. So it must be doing okay so far. KE7HOP KG7MZ.
Okay, very cool, Dean. Yeah, eventually what I'm going to end up doing is probably getting one, and what I've done it back home in Utah there is set up an experimental, it's pretty much a net wire fence antenna with about a quarter-mile worth of wire in a big rectangle for a loop. I have a good grounding system on it, and just using 100 watts, and I was getting stations all over, and it was fantastic on 40 meters, and it worked great for the highest point of it only being up about 10 feet up off the ground at the high point there. And so anyways, it'll be fun to set up an amplifier there at the QTH there in Utah when I go back to visit and whatnot. But for now, I'll stick with what I have. I'm quite pleased with it, and it works. So what more can you ask for, I guess? But anyways, the FT857, I don't know if the audio is any different on my 897 here, but the other one has one of those INRAD receive and transmit filters in there. I think it's the 2 kilohertz one. So does my audio sound any different than the one in the mobile there, over?
Well, they're both pretty similar, Levi. This one is about 400 hertz up to about